Hey, what's up everyone? This is Warren from the Rhapsody Piano Studio. Welcome to today's live lesson. This is going to be You Say by Lauren. Don't know how to say her last name. Daigle, whatever. Don't kill me over that. This is going to be for easy piano. You can find sheet music in the links in the cards as well as the description after the live stream is over. Maybe you have to wait like a couple days or something because YouTube takes a while to process these videos. So yeah, I'm going to show you how to practice this. Not only this song, but the process that I use to teach my own students how to learn not only this song, but any song that they learn on piano. And last thing before we start, if you're new to this channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button so you can also hit the notification bells in order to catch my daily schedule of my live lessons as well as my my video tutorials. All right, this is You Say. Alright, so, instead of playing the whole entire song, what you want to do is pick the first small section that you can manage, okay? Because you have to kind of build up to playing the whole entire song. It's a little different playing a whole song as opposed to actual practicing. So when you're practicing something, you want to pick the smallest section like I just showed you here, okay? So this is about 1, 2, 3, 4 measures, stopping at one beat, one note into the next part. That way it kind of automatically links together, okay? Alright. Now this part, I would actually practice this first, just playing all the notes at the same time. Basic pattern. So I might do that a few times before you actually go and play one note at a time. It's a little shortcut because you're basically playing the skeleton, the harmony here. I'll show you one more time. Plus you'll also get those chord progressions in your head, okay? And sometimes you practice hands separate, sometimes you don't hear just whole notes in the left hand. So I'm just gonna do both hands. Although if you're struggling with doing both hands, like right from the get-go, it's totally okay to do just one hand at a time, okay? All right, so let me show you one more time the chord progression, and then we're gonna play it together from the beginning. By the way, this is also an F major, so make sure you hit those B flats when you get there, okay? All right, now I'm gonna show you from the beginning, every single note. And we just try it together. Ready, go. And we're also going to just, not also, but now we're going to pick the next smallest part to practice, okay? Alright, so why not go ahead and just pick the next 4 measures. And if you want to review the left hand here, and when you have whole note patterns like these, or just longer notes in the left hand, I don't think you need to count these. Just go through each progression just as quickly as you can manage as well, right? So it's this. You do that a few times before doing hands together, okay? And the reason why you shorten this is a couple principles. Basically, you're just playing the basic pattern, and if you can do that, you can kind of take a little shortcut, and you can save time when you're practicing, because efficient practice is also saving time, okay? Let's do it one more time. And then we go back to both hands. Alright, try that together. Ready, go. guessed it, we're going to pick the next section as well. We're going to keep going. Every single lie. To the next part, okay? And the left hand pattern here, and this is also why you want to do hand separate at a time, because sometimes the sections that you practice, they're gonna be really repetitive. So whenever it's repetitive, I like to tell my students just don't practice it. All right. So a little concept that might help is you want to practice what is different. You want to skip what is the same. Okay. So left hand here, you don't really need to practice. You could argue you don't really need to practice the right hand so much because the melody is very simple. But you know, different notes, so I might as well just practice the right hand here. Okay, so here we're gonna skip the left hand and we're just gonna practice the right hand, then go back two hands together. Same thing about earlier that I said about saving time. Okay. Okay, and let's just try that together. Ready, go. And also those of you who are practicing with pedal, using pedal, it's really tough to say when should I start practicing pedal. You know, if you do choose to practice with pedal for this one, and we have like the same patterns, right? And then it's within the same harmony. We don't have any notes from a different harmony. You can get away with longer pedals, right? Right, so it's all part of F major, right? So you just continue to pedal that, okay? So you can get away with longer pedals for the song. All right, now we go back to both hands. Okay. Hey Charles, how's it going? Then we try it together. Every single lie. Ready, go. Okay, now as soon as you can, it's just you want to not take these rules as set in stone, right? You want to take these concepts that I'm giving you and kind of just play around with these ideas, right? So at this point, it feels appropriate to go back to the beginning and put it all together into one entire section, all right? But it's not always, you know, two sections automatically put together, three sections automatic. There's really no number, okay? So just kind of use your own. What am I saying there? Use your own brain, okay? So just really think for yourself, I guess. All right, now we'll go back to the beginning. If you want to just do the left hand real quick, just to review those patterns, you can. So that's the intro. And now here in the left hand, next part. So basically two different progressions it's going through. It's the same chord, same harmonies, I should say. Chord progressions, just you're kind of just rearranging the notes, all right? Right, so just do that and then go back to both hands. Give it a listen first. Going to try that together now. Ready, go. I'm gonna give you the next section. I might give you a little bit longer section to give you another target to aim for. You know, try to increase the difficulty as well. Because when you get used to doing small sections like the small parts, you don't want to just stay there, stay comfortable like that. Just for a little bit, right? You know, it feels good to get good at a process. But as soon as you're able to do that, try to do longer sections. And if you do that, then it's a definite sign that you're improving, and you can do maybe multiple songs at this level, or even graduate to like more difficult songs or pieces that you're working on. Okay. All right. So, am I more than just a sum? Alright, so look at here, it's actually the same, really similar. And if I were practicing again, just if I'm saving time, I would choose to not repeat this. You know, I would just skip this part entirely. You know, and it's always up to you if you want to skip it. You know, because some students, they just like a part so much they want to play it again. So it's totally fine, right? So going back to that idea of the rules are not set in stone, just interpret them as you please. Okay, but I'm gonna choose to skip this section. Let's keep going from "Oh, you say I'm loved." Stopping at "and I believe." Okay, so a little longer section here. Going back to the left hand, just the basic patterns here. Yeah, and a good thing about this arrangement is I like it when they do this. They include the harmony that you're going through, like right above the sheet music, or the measures that you're working on. So B flat, F major, A minor, B minor, B flat, F major, A minor, D minor, B flat, and F major. Alright, so doing this is also a good idea of why you want to practice chords and inversions in every key as well, okay? Alright, so now let me show you the right hand first, and then we're going to practice both hands. Alright, try that together. Ready, go. Back to both hands. It's from "Oh, you say I am loved." Ready, go. On to the next part from "I Believe." Then there's a repeat back back to the beginning. All right. So let me show you just the left hand, same thing, just a basic pattern, right? So we just have an F major, just A minor, but just the root single note, D minor, B flat. Okay. So let's try that again. Remember, basically that's all you need to practice in the left hand. Then going back to both hands. If you want to take that, but we're going to keep going with the lesson. Let's go ahead and practice that together now from I believe. Go. Ready, go. Alright, and now it's definitely a good idea to go back to, oh, you say I am loved, okay? We're gonna put this whole entire section together. I'm guessing this is the chorus, right? So put this whole entire part together now. All right, give it a listen. Let's try that together. Ready, go. Okay, so if you're enjoying this video, I would really appreciate it if you hit that like button, and then after the lesson is over, it would be cool if you could share this with someone who would love to play it on piano, just for me as well, but also for any, your friends or peers, or, I think that'd be a nice gesture, right? So just a couple things before we keep going for you to get the most out of these lessons. Once you're understanding these concepts I'm showing you how to practice correctly, you definitely want to click over to the tutorial. Every lesson comes with a companion tutorial, right? The tutorial is just basically the whole entire song, how it sounds from beginning all the way to the end. Hey Charles, that's alright, man. I appreciate any time that you can spend on this channel. I'll see you later, my friend. Alright, so once you understand how to practice correctly and all that, and then you can, you might need to watch multiple lessons, maybe even watch this lesson a few times in a row. It's a good idea to repeat these concepts. That's the only way to really understand stuff. You need to repeat concepts, not just one time and done, okay? So watch a few more lessons, different songs, or just the same song over until you understand this process. You're gonna be able to use the tutorials to study on your own, okay? If you still want something that's a little bit more structured, you can click on over to the playlist where I have some practice guides available. It's a little bit more structured approach, telling you exactly what measures we're on, a little bit more of a self-study guide, but definitely those resources, I urge you to check it out after you're done with this lesson, because this is a basic structure on how I, practice in real life. And the reason I know this works is because I do it in real life. I teach my own students on a weekly basis. So this is the lesson, right? It's in the title, of course, duh, right? So the lesson, teach you how to practice, and then the entire week when they're practicing on their own, if they need some review, and definitely to make sure they're doing it right, I tell them to just use the tutorials on their own. And trust me, it's really cool when they show up to the lessons. Sometimes they have actually learned the entire song or piece that I assigned for the week, maybe a little bit extra, okay? Yeah, and it's pretty cool. When you really get a handle on this, then my entire YouTube channel becomes a whole entire library of just, stuff that you can just learn on your own. So I have thousands of videos. Imagine thousands of videos at your fingertips that you can just learn at your own at any time, okay? All right, let's keep going from the second ending now. that's that other section before it. I mean, the melody, you can hear it definitely comes back a bit repetitious, right? So that's why I give you a little bit longer section, and it takes you to the DS al coda, which I'll explain after we practice this part, okay? All right, so a little bit longer section, so I want to play for you one more time, and then get ready to play with me together. I think I just realized that repetitious, repetitive. Repetitious, is that a real word? All right, let's try it together. Ready, go. And then another thought that came to mind is I do realize I'm going fast through this lesson, right? Just show you this part, and just giving you kind of like a structured idea, the basic blueprint on how to practice. I don't go into repetitions, how many times you should do that much. That's why I created those tutorials, right? So you can just watch a section over and over and practice again as many times as you want, okay? All right, so what is a DS al coda? DS al coda just means you go back to near the beginning, back to use. I'll give you the exact place. You say I am loved. At the word loved, that's where you skip back to. So you kind of backtrack, go there, and then you're going to continue on. You're going to skip the. No, you don't skip anything. Yeah, so back to I am loved, and then when you see the sign that looks like a compass, it's kind of obvious, right? It says to coda, right? The little compass. Then you skip from there to where you stop, where it says DS al coda. The coda is actually on the same page, right? So that compass, you just match it up together, compass to compass, and you just kind of skip through it, all right? And again, that's why I created a tutorial. If you don't understand anything that I'm saying, you can just follow along with the sheet music, watch my tutorial, listen at the same time, and you'll figure it out on your own. Because sometimes it's people think you need to like have explanations, like every single note by note, like to play like this, like this, like this, right? Sometimes if you just watch and listen to it on your own, that's the best way to learn, okay? All right, now I'm just going to give you the entire coda, and then that'll be it for today's lesson, but make sure you stick around for the recap. You're gonna wanna listen to recap all the most important ideas before you go. It's going to supercharge your practice, okay? All right, so here is the coda. All right, and then you hear the intro comes back, right? So it's kind of cool. Sometimes some songs end with the introduction. All right, let's try that together. Ready, go. All right, thank you so much for watching. Here is a quick recap before you guys get out of here. You basically want to practice one small part at a time. You can think of it as a pizza. I like to use that example because I teach, mainly teach younger kids. I have a few at higher levels as well, but mainly younger children, right? So you got to make things as simple as possible. So you can think of it as a musical pizza, right? You take the first slice, and then you take the next slice, then you take the next slice, all right? And then when it's appropriate, you kind of put it all together. And I don't know what example works here. I kind of switch from pizza to Legos for my students, right? Then Lego blocks, right? And then you just connect them together, right? And then you build it up until you have the whole entire song, right? Little Lego robot, whatever you're building, okay? And then when you're done with this lesson, you want to understand these concepts, right? And make sure you check out the tutorial and as well as the additional resources, practice guides that I have made. It's a little bit more structured approach. You want to watch it at all levels. But I really believe all the material that I put out on the channel, if you watch every single one of these, as well as the other resources that I showed you, you can totally learn this music on your own without the aid of a teacher, although a teacher really does help a lot, right? But you can learn any song that I have on my channel as long as you use these principles and all the resources that I show you. Again, you can teach yourself anything, okay? So, hope you have fun with that. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe, hit the notification bell while you're on your way out of here. Hope you guys had a good time at this lesson. I always enjoy teaching. This is my passion. This is what I love to do. Hope it comes out in these videos. I'll see you guys next time. Be safe, be healthy out there, practice hard, and practice happy. All right, see you guys later. Bye-bye.